Voting stations have closed across Peru in a tightly contested presidential election, with exit polls suggesting an extremely narrow race between veteran conservative leader Keiko Fujimori and the left-wing challenger Roberto Sanchez. According to exit polls that were conducted by Ipsos and other polling firms, Fujimori holds the slimmest of leads, securing 50.7% of the vote, compared to Sanchez's 49.3%. The margin is within the statistical error range, making the race effectively too close to call. Peruvians are choosing what will be the country's ninth leader in just a decade's time, following years of political turmoil that has seen several presidents impeached, removed from office, jailed, or even forced from power. Fujimori, who is a four-time presidential candidate, is seeking a ride. This is to ride a broader wave of support for conservative and far-right wing candidates in the region. This following recent election victories by candidates campaigning on tough anti-crime platforms in Bolivia, Chile, and Ecuador. 51-year-old has built her campaign around law and order and continues to draw support from the legacy of her father. This is former Alberto Fujimori. Her rival Roberto Sanchez is a 57-year-old former psychologist who surged late in the campaign to secure a place in the runoff election. His rise was driven largely by support from poorer rural communities. While he initially campaigned on calls for radical change, Sanchez has since moderated his message and has even sought to reassure both investors and international partners, having even stated that he would seek a respectful relationship with President Donald Trump. The election follows a troubled first round in the month of April, which was marred by logistical problems and a vote counting process that essentially took weeks to complete. Around 27 million Peruvians from the Andes to the Amazon region were eligible to cast their ballots in the election. Voting is compulsory under Peruvian law. The race was further complicated on the eve of the election when a judge ruled that Sanchez must stand trial over alleged financial irregularities linked to his political party. The decision prompted accusations of political meddling from his supporters as well. Security for now remains the foremost one of the concerns and the most important one for many Peruvians. Criminal gangs have expanded their influence in recent years, while complaints of extortion have increased ninefold over the past 5 years alone. From an economic viewpoint, the incoming president will inherit a relatively stable environment. Peru's economy is expected to grow by more than 3% and inflation remains comparatively low. However, major structural challenges still remain, with roughly 7 out of every 10 workers employed in the informal sector across the country.